It's important that the frame around a painting be stylistically consistent with the period in which the artist created the work. When you're dealing with a centuries-old painting, however, the original frame has often been replaced with a newer one. The solution is commissioning a historically accurate antique replica. When a painting's original frame is lost, a specialist can produce an exact replica or a historically accurate alternative. Basswood is the wood of choice because it's relatively soft and even-grained. First, they saw the length required for the frame. Then they plane the sides to smooth the rough edges. Next, they saw the piece to the required dimensions. Once pieces for all 4 sides of the frame are cut, workers set up a machine called a molding planer. As its contoured steel blade spins, they run each piece against it, carving the blade's profile into the wood. The workshop has thousands of blades, each with a different profile. They all began as a flat bar of steel, which the shop milled to shape, following a profile drawing. Once each side is contoured, workers saw the ends at 45-degree angles. Then cut a slot in each one. They spread glue in the slot and over the entire surface. Then insert a beechwood biscuit. The biscuit goes in just halfway. They insert the other half into the glued slot of the adjoining frame piece. Once the glue dries, the master carver gets to work. With a pencil, he draws the frame's design onto tracing paper, then lays the paper upside down on the replica and retraces the design, which transfers it in graphite onto the frame surface. Then he turns to his arsenal of 40-plus chisels and begins carving out the design. Each chisel has a different shape and size tip, and therefore makes a very specific type of cut. He first cuts straight down along the outline to sever the wood grain. This prevents the angled cuts which follow from splitting the wood beyond the outline. Interchanging chisels, he repeatedly removes small chunks of wood until the design emerges. He clears away the wood chips with a wire brush. Now the master gilder takes over, brushing on up to 20 coats of gesso, a traditional mixture of water, calcium carbonate, and a very flexible glue made from rabbit skin. Flexibility prevents cracking when the wood expands and contracts. He brushes on 4 coats of another traditional mixture called bole. The ingredients: ultrafine particle clay, water, and, again, rabbit skin glue. Bole provides background colors. It also provides a cushion between the gesso layer and the gold leaf. Next, a coat of what's called gilder's liquor, a combination of water, alcohol, and either gelatin or rabbit skin glue. Then he cuts a piece of gold leaf, a sheet of genuine gold, a mere 1/10,000th of a millimeter thick. He applies it with a fine brush made of squirrel hair, which he has lightly oiled. As soon as he taps the frame, the water in the gilder's liquor grabs the gold leaf, pulling it away from the oil adhering it to the bristles. This is the tricky part, because too much oil on the brush or too little water in the gilder's liquor can hinder this delicate transfer. Next, the master gilder rubs select areas with a polished agate, a natural stone. This burnishing process compresses the gold leaf, making it smooth and shiny. Now he'll make the frame look old. He removes some gold from the high points to create the appearance of wear. Then he applies a tinted glaze to simulate patina, natural darkening that develops over time due to the accumulation of airborne dust and dirt. He works in the glaze with a brush to distribute it strategically so that the fake patina looks perfectly natural. For this frame, he uses 23-karat gold leaf. Gilders will also use 6, 12, 14, 18, and 22-karat leaf to achieve different shades of gold. The higher the carat, the yellower the color, due to the greater proportion of gold in the composition and lesser proportion of copper and silver alloys.